What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review. And my goodness, we are doing a Marvel Select figure. It's been a while since I got a Marvel Select figure, but this one is a brand new one that just came out maybe about a month ago or less. Maybe less, I could be wrong. But this is the new Marvel Select Beta Ray Bill action figure. Oh my goodness, when I first saw this, I was just like, this is amazing. This sculpt is absolutely wonderful. Granted, I did have the Marvel Legends in the past. I do not have it anymore. But when I saw this, I was like, just the sheer size of this Beta Ray Bill. I mean, granted, it is not in scale with my Marvel Legends collection, but I think this will get a pass for being in with the rest of my Marvel collection, because this Beta Ray Bill looks absolutely amazing. I had to pick it up. If you watch one of my recent hunt videos where I went over to New Jersey, I picked this up actually at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash store. So if you want to go and check that out, go ahead and do so. I would greatly appreciate it. But here, we're going to take a look at what this Beta Ray Bill has to offer, what Marvel Select has done with this character, and I think it's just absolutely amazing, just from looking at it from the box perspective. From the box, it's your typical packaging of Marvel Select. It's huge plastic shell, surround that is at the end of it with this cardboard piece, where you will always find there's some comic book art there. And then on the back of it, you see more of that same comic book art. Sometimes it's actually the figure itself, showing you what all the accessories are. But this one's a little different. This one's very different. So we will take a look, see now, when we unbox this, because you guys know from my unboxing reviews, I will actually show you what I do to unbox it. Now, considering this is like a huge like clamshell packaging, and I keep my packaging, so don't make fun of me, but I do keep my packaging. I am going to cut along to show you how I kind of preserve my packaging, and if I ever wanted to, put my figures back in the box, I can easily do that because I keep all of my packaging. So I said that enough. Let's see what we got going on here. So I've already cut open here, so I can peel out the tray that is sitting inside, and hopefully I can do it well enough to the point where I don't really damage most of the packaging. So let's just see. There you go, like so. And there is a little pamphlet on the inside. Can keep you right over here. Basically, Diamond Select Toys always has this, always kind of like a members club or collectors club, and some other figures that you can collect that are recently been released. There you go. What else is that out there? Oh, look at that, Endgame Thanos. Those are more new, unless I haven't seen them before, but yep, you know what I mean. So there is another tray under here. Look at that goodness. All right, so considering there are twisty ties here, let's unbox him and take a better look. All right, guys, there we have him out of the packaging, and I must say, what a beefy figure this guy is. Unbelievable. But we do have an issue. We definitely have an issue here, and I will get to that in a moment. But first, kind of going over accessories, because he does have 2 accessories, because he's very limited on what comes in the box, which sometimes can be unusual with Diamond Select. Sometimes they're very good with some accessories. Sometimes it's just the bare minimum. Here is really the bare minimum, but it's very nice. I mean, look, we got his hammer. It's quite the gold color in there, This looks really good. It's got a brown strap. Everything looks good. Not too bad. Very, very nice. And of course, the spinning effect, geez, this is huge. I mean, look how large that is in terms of scale with the actual figure itself, which is great because that matches up the same with the hammer itself. So definitely great to see this for some nice spinning action here, which I'm gonna assume it can spin pretty well inside his hand, but we'll test that out as we go along. But look at the translucency on this. Here, I mean, you got the gold. It is a different color in a way, but that's okay. But as you can see, look, it's just clear and translucent. And then you start seeing the gold come up right up to here. That looks really good. Very, very nice. And the brown strap is still in there too. So very awesome accessory right there. It's a nice hard plastic. Okay. Now, getting to the figure. Right off the bat, the mohawk that we got going on here, that whole Spartan look, it's naturally curved, like it was sculpted that way. All right. Here's the problem. It wasn't on there completely. The glue that's held onto it broke off. Not necessarily like broke, like you can't fix it anymore. I mean, like the glue kind of it didn't hold very well, because maybe it's just like it's the sculpt itself. So this whole thing is naturally curved this way, unless otherwise, I don't know. But the way I see it, it is. So it did come off, and that's seriously unfortunate. But you can see how it is practically straight right here, just along here as well. So it's got that straight edge right there, but unfortunately it's snapped off. So I'm gonna have to use some glue to put this back on, and I'll do that at a different time. It's just unfortunate that it happened, but you can find the slots where it's going to be pegged into where it belongs, and then it will see fit. Maybe I'll heat it up just to kind of make sure it's, you know, gonna fit in there the right way, and then glue it on, and then we'll go from there. But unfortunately mine came off, and that sucks. That really does suck when you get a figure and something's broken. So luckily this is something where it is fixable, but we will work on that. So when this comes off, you will understand that. But paint and sculpt, my God, paint and sculpt, this is unbelievable. It's very simple in color because there's not a lot of colors, but they added the colors very nicely to where they belong. Everything is practically a matte finish. Some have some metallic tones to it, and it looks really good that way. So I'm glad that they did that. But look, take a look. I mean, the sculpt is amazing. This red cape is awesome. It looks like it's just kind of snapped into place in here where these gold buttons are. If this can come off easily, man, I would love to have a soft goods cape for this, and it would look absolutely amazing. It definitely would. But we're gonna have heating this up and trying to find that. We'll see. May have to contact some, you know, soft goods people, see what they could do about this one. But yeah, this looks great. You got these awesome shoulder pads going on here. It's great to give that size that he has. You can see the musculature that's sculpted out, and including within his costume, you know, this like short sleeve shirt that goes over the muscles. It's a shame that with the articulation, the joints here, there's not that paint that goes inside the joint to help, because that breaks it off right there. You've got the gold. The gold looks really nice all throughout, where his belt, his gloves, his boots, everything looks pretty good. They're all the same color, so it doesn't look like they're all different shades of gold. So still really nice looking. We got some black lines in here into the belt, and this more lighter shade of gold right here in the center. And the blues look really good, along with having the black going on. Really nice Very, very nice. I can't really lift the cape up too much because God forbid, I don't know what can happen if you do. But from underneath you can see there's some sculpting detail and some paint work as well. All looks really good. Boots, all single color. Not too bad. And then of course his head sculpt. My God. Head sculpt. Look at that. His head sculpt is great. It looks really, really good. Unfortunately, the mohawk came off, so we'll get to check that. But you could see there's some great paint detail. The teeth in white, you can see the gums in there. It all looks really well done. His helmet too. You've got the wings right here. Very simple. And of course, let's go over articulation. So right off the bat with the head, I'm going to show you what can be done. Because when this is attached, I don't think it can maneuver much. And the reason why is because look how long this tail goes down. It goes down and rests along his back. So looking up is never going to happen, because the moment you look up, you could possibly pop this off. Because if I were to kind of place it on like so, let me kind of lift that up for a second. If I were to lift his head up, see how that it starts to arch up and come off. So you could possibly do that on your own if that were the case, and that's a big fear of mine. Looking down, he can look down only slightly, because just looking straight ahead, that's as far movement as you can go right there. Now again, side to side, there's going to be restriction, because look how it rests along the back here. So if I were to move from side to side, you can see how that's going to restrict you from turning his head. Same thing going this way. And you would place that. It's just this whole tail piece is going to run up along the back of the cape. So it's not going to turn where you want it to. So it's very minimal. Very, very minimal. Now, if it wasn't on there, look at that. You can turn as much as you want. But unfortunately, we don't have a second head sculpt, so that's what we're going to have to mess with. And once I glue this back on, I'm going to restrict a lot of the movement. So there you go. That's the articulation, unfortunately, with the neck. The arms can go pretty much to a T-pose. These are single jointed elbows as well. And there is a bicep swivel. So bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. It does turn at the elbow as well. And it is ratcheted, so you can feel the ratchet as well as hear it. And then on his wrists, we do have a horizontal joint on both hands. So there you have that with his arms. He has a diaphragm joint, which is really nice. Really nice to see, where you can have him do some pretty good turns like so. Not much to pivot though. It doesn't pivot very well. There's a little bit, not a lot. And you cannot move forward or back with that diaphragm joint. Just really, it's more just like a swivel turn, right? Like so. Is there a waist? I don't know. I don't think so. If there is, no, you know what? I don't think so. I mean, this whole belt is part of the suspender straps right here, so you can't really see it. So you can really only rely on the turning at the diaphragm joint. We do have your typical joints at the upper legs, upper thigh, right? So he can split only that far. He's a big guy. He has the upper thigh joint, so that does play a great role in articulation. And he's got a single jointed knee, which is also a ratchet, and you can hear that ratchet as well. And it can turn at the knee. And then we have his feet, which can go back that far, up that far, and there is a pivot, and you have some hindrance in the pivot because of these ankle guards right there. So, and there are peg holes as well. So there is your articulation with Beta Ray Bill. And back to accessories. Now, getting him to hold his hammer might be a little, might require some work. These fingers, kind of pretty known with Diamond Select, they're very stiff. So you're gonna have to either, you might want to heat it up or just kind of slowly pry them open. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, and my fear is that we might rub some paint. So if we do, just be a little careful. There you go. Was able to get that in there. I don't see any paint rub, but wasn't too bad. Got him to hold the hammer like so. And then with this guy, we are going to kind of slide that right into the gripping hand, because that's the only one he has. And based upon, let's see how we want to do this. Yeah, there you go. He can hold it very nicely. Now, can he hold it above his head? I don't know. Maybe so. If we straighten out his arm, and if he had his mohawk, man, could do something like that. Like so. Got one of my kids' rulers. He does measure from the top 10 inches. 10 inches from up here. And right where at about his head, he is about 8.5 inches. Let's start off with some comparisons. Let's start with a Mezco figure. Mezco Black Bolt is on the lineup right now. You can see the scale based on where he stands. And here we have the newest Thor figure that just recently came out. There's how he scales, just right at his shoulder in terms of height. And here we have him next to some other cosmic characters. Here we have the Build-A-Figure, Terrax, and Morg. And here we have him next to the new Moonstone, as well as Gore the God Butcher. And there he is next to a McFarlane Toys Superman. And how about some G.I. Joe Classified series? There's Outback and Roadblock. And here we have him with some Mythic Legions. This is a Deluxe Legion Builder Gladiator. And then we have also a Half Giant Legion Builder. Alright guys, there you have it. There we have an unboxing showcase of Beta Ray Bill from Diamond Select. Definitely an amazing figure in regards to its size. Such a great sculpt, and I love the paintwork done as well. Unfortunately, we did have a situation where the headdress did break off, so we will have to fix that. It's very, very unfortunate, and I hope that's not with every product, and I hope anyone that does buy it doesn't have the same issue. But if it does, and you did pick it up, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if yours headdress actually did break off, but I want to know. Let me know you guys' thoughts. I do still love this figure. The character is awesome, and I'm glad to actually have this added to my collection. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please hit that like, leave a comment, and subscribe. We're at the 4,000 subscriber mark. I would greatly appreciate it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.